we have to teach AI how we look like, so that we can ask AI to create images of ours. So that's what we are going to do today. To train the AI, we basically need two things. One is a Colab account, Google Colab account, and the other one is a Hugging Face account. It's pretty easy, you just have to follow it step by step. You really don't need any programming knowledge to follow this tutorial, you just have to follow it step by step, that's all. I mean, if you have some programming knowledge, then it's good, well and good, you can go deep into those code and see what's happening. So if you have a Google account, then you will also get a Colab account. I've provided a link in the description below. You can use that URL and go to the Colab account. So once you open it, this is what you will see. And to get a Hugging Face account, I have provided a link below to that as well. You can easily register it for free. If you need more detailed information of how to get a Hugging Face account, just let me know. It's not that complicated, it's straightforward, the sign up process. To train an AI, you need a lot of GPU and RAM. They'll give us a Tesla T4 most of the time, and this is a GPU, so you can train on that GPU. I would suggest you copy to your drive, your Google Drive, so that you can use it later as well. So I'm going to click that. So it will say that it's going to create a copy. So now it opened a fresh copy just for me. So I'm going to just rename it to Sahal Dream Booth Stable Diffusion. Okay, just make sure that you have enough space in your Google Drive, because once you save to your Google Drive, not right now, but later once your training starts and you want to save things to your Google Drive, you will need about 4 GB of data, 4 GB of space. So make sure you have that. This is a UI where you can run code. So right now you are running code on a GPU that Google has provided, the colab.research.google.com. So I mean, this is really cool. Like, otherwise you will need to have a big GPU with you, physical GPU. So here they are providing free GPUs. So first we'll click on the GPU and see whether we have it or not. So yeah, so once this is clicked, once you get a tick mark here, you can click here. So this is going to install all the requirements that's necessary. So these are Python code. So if you have used Python before, then it will be pretty straightforward for you. But even if you have not used, then it's absolutely fine. You don't need any programming knowledge to achieve what we are trying to do here. Okay, so that we got a tick mark. Now you have to log into Hugging Face. You need a credential, you need a token. So to get the token, you have to go to the Hugging Face account that you have. You have to go to the settings of your Hugging Face account and then click on access token, and then you'll have to create a new token. Provide a name, like for example Dream Booth Sahal, and then give read and write access, and then generate token. After that you can copy the token and paste it here. After that click run. So this will log in to the Hugging Face account. Okay, that's done. After that, install extra transformers from precompiled wheel. You don't have to know what it does, you just have to click. I mean, if you want to go into detail, you can go through the GitHub account and see what's happening inside and all those things. After that, it's asking whether you want to save it to Google Drive. So I mean, it would be good for you to save it to G Drive, and maybe later if your space is very high, you can delete it as well. It's fine, totally fine. So I'll click play here. So it's asking whether you want to connect to Google Drive. Click yes. I mean, if you don't, then you can just remove that as well. It will ask you to give permissions to Google Drive, then you can just accept all of those things and then click next. I mean, even if you don't save it to Google Drive, it will still work, but I think it would be better to do that, because later you can just reuse it. So here there is a small thing that you need to do. You have to decide on a output directory. So here in the place where we have SKS, you just provide your name. So I've just typed Sahal, and then you click run the play button here, and that will save the settings. And then so make sure that all the tick marks here are done, and then only go to the next step, because every step down below is expecting that the previous step is completed. So you have to go through it step by step. So there is something called a concept list, so you can read here. So what you want is photo of UKG person. So here what we'll have to see is, since we have provided the name as Sahal, we'll give the same name here and say Sahal is a person. That's what we want, and we need a prompt of a person. Okay, that's the concept list that we are going to give. Okay, so the class directory, and we'll change this to Sahal, which is the instant directory, which is where we are going to upload the images. And then this is a person. Okay, the class directory is a person. So make sure that you are giving person here, and then you are providing the name, and make sure this name is also matching so that there is no confusion later. After that, you have to make sure that it's run, and that part is tick mark is here, so that's done. Now you'll have to come down and saying upload your images. Okay, I'll choose the files. It will continue running, so you'll have to choose the file here. So there are some restrictions, like it has to be 512 into 512. So for that you can use Photoshop and crop it into 512 into 512 pixel images, or there is a tool that many AI users are using right now. It's called Burmy. So if you go to burmy.net, you can paste an image here. For example, once you have the image here, you can actually crop it with 512 by 512. You can save that file. So what it's going to do is it will not upload the file to anywhere. It's using the JavaScript in your laptop to do the cropping. So you don't have to worry. There is nothing to worry about privacy or anything, as far as I know. But yeah, that's cool. So you can add more files and click all of them, and then do a bulk convert to 512 into 512 pixel. Okay, and save those images, and then come back. Now since the image is uploaded, so here you have photo of, so this is a sample prompt, so we'll just make it Sahal person, then concept list.json. Yeah, rest of the things you can just keep it as is. And then so this is where you are going to train it, so this might take some time, I mean a lot of time sometimes. Yeah, so we'll just wait and wait and wait. It's going to download the whole. So you got an error here saying that this URL, your something forbidden URL. So you have to go to this Hugging Face account for this table diffusion 1.5. So this happens because you don't have access to this table diffusion URL, okay, of the Hugging Face account. So you can go to this URL, just take this URL and paste it here in the browser. So you will see this is the stable diffusion that they are trying to access. So you have to provide permission. So you can come down, click I have read the license, and agree and access the repository. Okay, after that you can go back to Dreambooth and then provide the run it again. Okay, so I hope that will run now. Okay, this is beautifully running now. So you have to make sure that you have access to that model. So for that you need to give permissions. This will take probably 1 hour or 2 hours. I mean, we don't know when this will run. Most probably it will take an hour, so be patient. Just let it complete. So this is the place where you cannot run this on your normal laptop. You will need a good GPU, and Google has provided that GPU for free for us. You should be thankful for that. And let's wait, and it should be done in some time. Okay, so that is done. Now you have to click play button here. That will take some time, and this is what it got. It looks a bit weird, but okay. Now and click the play button. Once that is done, you just click here and then you click here. I know this looks weird, but I will try to do something to. I know what to do. I mean, if your images were not that great as well, I'll tell you what needs to be done. That is done. After that, you will run inference. We are almost there. The only thing that you have to make sure is that you are doing it step by step. Like once this is tick, you got a tick here, then only move on to the next one. In case if something fails in between, just comment on this video. I'll try to figure things out. If not, we might have to take help from the Stable Diffusion team. Okay, after that I'll click on this play button. Okay, so now we are almost there with generating images. So photo of Sahal, person near river. Play button here. Let's see what it generates. The image will take some time to generate. If you click this, it will delete a lot of things. You only delete it only after all this work is done and you're satisfied with the images that you got. Otherwise, just keep this around. So right now, I think most of the images might be saved to your Google Drive. Yeah, some weird images are popping up, which I expected already. So yeah, see, my faces are blurred and then all those weird things. It looks kind of like me, but I don't like the look of it. So what I'll do, there is a site called Lexica Art. Here people, you will get good prompts here, which you can use to generate nice images. So I like this one. So I'll click here and I'll copy this prompt. So you have to be creative with writing prompts. So that's the whole game here. So I'll do one thing. I'll say photo of Sahal, person, and then I'll give the prompt. And the prompt says teenage Archie Andrews freckles and then I don't know what that is, but let's see what it generates. Okay, it's like my teenage years, I guess. I don't know. This is not how I used to look, but that's what they think how I would look like. This looks nice. Maybe just save it. And this looks nice too. Maybe I'll find some other prompt. So you can custom. I mean, you don't have to. So this is just a prompt that somebody has given, and that gave this result. So if you whatever is there in the first one will have more weight. So since I said photo of Sahal, person, that will have more weight, and then the rest of the things. Yeah, this kind of looks like me, but it's, yeah. Yeah, it does look like me a little bit.